Hey, what's up everybody? It's Vixen here. We're gonna be over here playing a new game here. It's gonna be Inscryption. I do enjoy Inscryption, I really do. But we're gonna be jumping right into it. I'm specifically playing the Casey's mod because I do find it quite challenging for it and everything. You can just play the base game. The Casey's mod was implemented at first as a mod itself, which you can get on the, like with the workshop and everything, but then like they decided to make it an official DLC into the game itself. So I already beat the main game of Inscryption like once already, maybe twice, but I already unlocked everything and I saw everything that happens in the game itself. I do recommend people can give this a go. It is a really good game. It's really fun. The Casey's mod is for those who want a more challenging experience after you beat the base game, because the base game itself is more story oriented and everything like that. And it's kind of like an escape room-esque type, it's really good and everything. So here we get to pick at least up to 4 decks. I already completed all of these. I already unlocked all of them to begin with, so I more or less get to choose whatever I choose for, what I want. So most of the time, I usually go with bones, or sometimes if I'm feeling a little more risky, I would go with the mantis and the 2 worms. The mantis being able to strike several times over. Worms don't really do anything, but you can put sigils on them and stuff like that. This game is based around sacrification, like sacrificing and then like putting sigils and empowering your cards, making them stronger, and all of these at the bottom are sigils and everything, and being able to boost them up, make those cards stronger. Basically, it's a fun little card game. It's a little the base game itself though is a little trippy, but it's really fun. So I'm gonna say for here, I usually go with bones, but I think last time I tried ants here, which are pretty good. They're pretty good, decent. These are hydras, if I believe. They're really decent. But the thing is, you gotta meet certain requirements in order to hatch these. So that usually don't hatch them till like later in the run, which is annoying. But I'm gonna be comfortable. I'm gonna go with my most comfortable one and go with bones. So these are all the challenge levels that you can pick. There's like a bunch, obviously. One of them is replacing the main boss, which is fighting Leshy with the pirate. Uh, in case no one knows what Leshy is, who he is, he's like, think of this kind of like D&D-esque, and you're fighting. You're basically going against like the DM later on in the game. It's kind of interesting. It's really fun. I usually go with the pirate because he's really fun, but I think for this time around, he gives. I think we're just gonna fight Leshy endgame just to show what he's like. So usually you get a hook from the angler. He's one of the mini bosses you come across in the base game. He also shows up in the mod here. So hook item lets us hook things. Then there's here smaller backpack. We can't hold items. We can hold items. We can use them, which is really good and stuff like that. We have no clover, so this is a thing that you unlock later on in the base game itself, and it's implemented into the mod itself. Um, so with clover, we're picking cards. If we don't like the cards that is given to us, we can re-roll them for a second chance to get better things. Pricey pelts. You come across a trapper and then the pelt collector as well in the mod as well as the base game itself. And basically pelts, we can get pelts, buy them, and trade them in for better cards depending on what you pick. So these just make them pricey. There's the boss totems. They make the bosses, the boss battles. The mini bosses you come across, even the main boss as well, the DM, more or less makes them more tougher. There's tip scales. You always start with 1 damage on scales, on the scale itself. So, yeah, you're always at a little bit of a disadvantage. All totem battles is basically turns regular battles into just totems, makes them tougher. Then you have like no boss, rares. You don't get rare boss cards after you beat the mini bosses. These are just to make the run more difficult. Then you have a single candle. You have two candles in the base game and also in the mod, so this just limits you to one candle. Second candle is just a safety net in case you mess up, sometimes in a fight. Annoying starters, this comes from the base game as well. This just is the annoying sigil. It just gives like a +1 health and a +1 power, I think, to your enemy cards that you're fighting. That squirrelfish, yeah, you have to sacrifice squirrels in this game and stuff like that. So, and everything in order to be able to place your cards down. This just makes it so you can't waste squirrels, use them as like a wall. And then there's like grizzly bosses. They appear in boss battles that makes it tougher, so on and so forth. We're just going to go with ones that I'm more comfortable with, which is we're going to have pricey pelts, no hook. We're going to have boss totems for it, and we're also going to have all totem battles. And you know what? Why not? Feeling risky. Let's go with the squirrelfish. It'll be fine. So we have up to 65 points. Usually with the mod, if you're just starting, you can only pick like certain amounts and you have to meet like a threshold, but I already beat everything, so I don't have to worry about that. Alright, enough me explaining everything. I'm pretty sure listening to me ramble on about how this works is pretty annoying. So we're just gonna carry on into the run and everything like that. Let's see how far we can get before either we wipe to a regular battle or a mini boss or even the main boss. Who knows? This is particularly like one of my favorite games. I really enjoy. I play in my downtime whenever I can. So there we go. We got a raccoon, we got a direwolf pup, we got a coyote, rabbit pelt, two rabbit pelts. Usually every time you start a run, you start off with two rabbit pelts so you can get some cards, and then you go to basically the pelt collector here to get cards. So you always start over getting two cards. So we have, this is usually a mystery card. This is basically a tentacle. It gets stronger with each bell ring. Mud turtle, this is like a safety net, protects it from damage. This is a great white. It's what is it? It dives and it doesn't take damage, but the person that has the card, like myself, it can't be walled off. Like you can't use it as like a blockade to take damage. Bat, it flies. That's pretty standard. Bones, sacrifice for bones. This is egg. Cuckoo lays an egg. Sometimes it's broken. It helps block enemy cards from coming down, but there's a chance that it could hatch into a raven egg, which can screw you over. It depends. Wolverine, this is a power sigil. It gets stronger every time you kill something. There's a skunk. It just lowers power by 1. We're gonna go with the cuckoo, and then I think we're gonna go with let's go with the Rat King. Am I gratitude? Yep. See you later, pelt collector. And already we're gonna go to a campfire. There you go. Warm a creature by the fire, enhance its health, said a hungry survivor. So we get to enhance one of our cards' health. I usually go with the direwolf, make him a little more tankier. Keep it right there, said one survivor. The creature could become more powerful, but the survivors looked hungrier by the second. Push your luck or pull away. So here's the fun part. You can push your luck to increase it further, but there's a chance that these survivors will eat your card. So it's 50-50 usually. But I usually let's see, oh wait, no, hold on. The fire warmed the weary direwolf pup and enhanced its health. You suspected the intentions of the survivors were less than pure. With your direwolf pup in tow, you retreated into the woods. So, yeah, there's a chance that they can eat your card, and if you have any space in your pack right here for items, they'll give you the bones. I usually don't risk it, just for the sake of it. So, there's an elk fawn. Oh, that's annoying. So mole guards, it takes damage for you. It'll go to a spot that usually, you know, Leshy here, Dark Eyes, would take damage, but it takes the damage instead. Elk Fawn, we can't really kill it because it's gonna dive. That's gonna be annoying. So man, that is quite annoying. That's okay. We can combat this by using an item and using our direwolf. Now this does take a turn for it to grow up and be stronger. There, the elk just got stronger right then and there. Let's see. If we do damage, we're gonna kill the mole, but we will be taking 2 damage from the elk. Oh, this is annoying. The elk is gonna do 2 damage to us. We'll be just at the precipice. Oh my god, that's scary. But that's okay. No, he's providing the olive branch because he forfeits. We're not doing that. That's 6 damage. By the way, that's sigil right there. That makes us hit twice. Really good. We could play our coyote just for extra damage. There we go. So when we do enough damage, the damage is going to carry over into golden teeth, and we're going to use that's used as currency in the game. We'll be able to buy pelts with that. It'll be very useful. Okay, so cards or specific cards. Now with these cards, I usually don't go for these unless you need a specific one. If you have a totem, you can get a totem that helps boost your cards. I usually don't go for these if I don't have a totem, especially early in game, so I usually go with these to get more variety. These are just random cards they give you. Here's the clover right here. To reroll. These are dark water, so we're rerolling. Lemon gear, that costs 3 blood to play, and it's based on bones. How much damage it does based on bones. That's ridiculous. We're gonna go with the Raven because it flies, does decent damage. We could get 2 extra items. And Black Goat. This makes you fly. This is just whatchamacallit. This is just pliers to pull your own teeth out and, you know, put some teeth on the scale so you could tip it in your favor. The one before that I pressed too fast was the possum. We're going with squirrel. Always go with a squirrel. Squirrels are pretty good. We're gonna go this way because we have more variety, more pathways. Snowy fur. Love a tree on my side. Thank you. There's a raccoon. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that raven egg. It's gonna go to the side. We're gonna play a rat king to get rid of it. Oh, but that is gonna leave us open to the. That is gonna leave us open to the Wolverine, because it's gonna get stronger with that kill. Yep. Oh, that was probably a bad call. Okay, this is fine. Let's use a black goat. We're gonna put down a raven. Do that 2 damage. Okay. I think I got you this time. Do you really? Let's see where this goes. He's offering the olive branch, but let's see how much damage we can do. This is 4 damage. Yeah, we're gonna take 4. This is basically a tie right now. Direwolf pup. Gotta love it. Hmm. Interesting. He's not gonna be able to kill us, not with 1 hit. So let's do some chip. There we go. Direwolf gets stronger. He's gonna kill that Wolverine for sure now. Let's have a raccoon. So raccoon is kind of special. It has that sigil. We got 1 tooth. That wasn't much. It has that sigil that we take the bones of from the enemies we kill. Now we can go to cards or specific cards. There's a totem. How much teeth do we have? We don't have a lot of teeth, so could power up our cards. Let's go this way for variety. Raven, insect, or elk? What cards do we have? Cuckoo, Rat King, Raven. We have 2 wolves, 2 birds. It's hard to tell. Let's go with a bird. Turkey, vulture. Oh my god, 8 bones to play. It's tanky, but it's like not really worth it. We're better off going this way. Let's see if we could get a totem. The decrepit woodcarver appeared before you. She moved with a certain vigor in spite of her considerable age. Okay, so elk head. This is a body that spawns ants depending on the head that's on it, and then a wolf head. We're better off with going with a wolf head. At least we can start our totem. So we're gonna be based on wolves. We could swap them out if we get more, but we gotta visit the totem carver more. Let's see. Raven. A raven egg. Good lord, you really busted my balls, Leshy. You're a pain in the ass today. Let's play our raccoon. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, I fucked up. Get rid of that mole. That raven's a pain. Okay. Get rid of that raven. Yeah, there we go. Give me the bones. Hell yeah. Okay, let's draw another card. Turkey vulture, we don't have enough. Okay. Okay, we beat him. Nice. I think, well, right when we sacrificed there, we had enough bones to play, but we can't play on the same turn. Okay, so... A prospector. I'll be darned, you came across me early. Care for a game of chance? Pick a boulder and I'll break it. If it's gold, it's yours. Show me where to strike. Now, he gives us a chance. There's a chance that one of these is a gold card that we can trade into the trapper, and we'll get a really good card out of it. Usually it's a boss card. And the other 2 is a boosted up normal card. Usually it's an insect. So I usually hope for the insect because of the sigils and I won't have to be forced to go to the trapper. I usually don't rely on getting pelts from the pelt collector and then just more or less going to the trapper. It takes up too much time. Ant Queen. Dagnabbit. I ain't in it for strange vermits. Okay, so this is actually pretty decent. Ant Queen. She'll spawn an ant when she's played, and she's immune to poison, apparently. That's the stone sigil. I wish I could go to that totem. Okay, so here we're gonna boost up the campfire. Let's see, is it power? No, it's health again. Why am I creature with the fire? Enhance its health. Of course. Who needs some enhancing? We could enhance that Ant Queen even further. Rat King is supposed to be sacrificed. That's how it's supposed to be. You know what? Yeah, we could also boost up our Coyote. Make it more tankier. Oh, this is a little tough. If it's reliant on bones, that's the annoying part. Really annoying. Since we're gonna be based on wolves. Let's go with the coyote. Consider leaving the creature by the fire for another moment. This would be risky. Push your luck or stay away. Nah, I'm not gonna push my luck. I like to stay safe. Your coyote can tell you retreat into the woods. Okay, now we can sacrifice. This is a sacrifice area. Now, who do we want to sacrifice? I really want to get rid of this turkey vulture because it's not very reliant. If we don't have enough bones, we're not going to be able to play it. So let's give the Rat King a random sigil. Why not? Flying rats. Why not? Flying rats. It's not really going to make that much of a difference. I mean, it'll do damage directly to Leshy, but still. Let's see. Serpent. Trapper stood before you. Out of habit, you reached for your collection of teeth. The man grimaced and shook his head. He has a cool name. An exquisite palate you shall make. Okay, here we go. He has flying reptiles. That's fun. That's a frog coming down. Not on my watch. We could play the cuckoo. No, you don't. Ooh, we do have a coyote. Let's get rid of one of these frogs. I mean, yeah, the frogs. Okay, so these traps, if our cards hit these traps, they will turn into pelts, sadly. There goes our coyote. But we want pelts, so sacrificing a few cards isn't a bad thing. Man, direwolf is so good. Usually with most of my runs I end up going with wolves because they're just that good. They're so good. Let's see. He won't attack our cards, but he does attack me directly. There we go. Got him! The skinny knife turns. Let's trade. Alright, he's gonna give me a free card. So we only have 2 pelts, we can only trade for 2 things. You brought pelts because these creatures are prepared to rip your throat out. Trade for what you can, but know this, the rest will stay and fight for me. Ooh. I'll take the raven egg, thank you very much. There is an ant who does shove things. That's the venom sigil. The skink, when you attack it, it'll instead drop off its tail. This one moves to the left or right, it changes. This one takes damage for you. The elk fawn, nah, that's kinda... Nah, that's a handicap, if anything. That handicaps it. Kingfisher dives, it's flying. This one's flying. these fisher ones are gonna be annoying. Let's take the worker ant, because I know we do have an ant queen in there somewhere. Let's play our raven. There we go. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of that elk fawn before it levels up. Get rid of that. And we got one tooth. Oh, fun. Let me relight your candles. Ooh, 3 boss cards. Here we go. So, Amoeba, it always changes. It's random. Child 13. This one allows you to continuously sacrifice it while it's on the board. Or a Gecko. Don't be fooled by the Gecko being a boss card. You can put any sigil on it and you play it for free. It doesn't cost any blood. These are pretty decent. You can put like the undead symbol on it and you can continuously play it. It's pretty good. You can sacrifice it, you can put a blood sigil on it to make it even stronger, to play stronger cards. It's pretty good. This one's continuously on the board. This one's a little deceiving as well. Amoeba is kind of random. It's RNG based, so we're definitely gonna go with the Gecko. You just need to find some good cards. Hmm. Oh yes, I know. The air grew thick with moisture. The buzzing and chirping of insects drowned out the sound of your footfalls. You beheld the wetlands. Okay, so we're in the wetlands right now. That's pretty good. Well, I don't know about you guys, but in the meantime, I'm going to leave this video off here. I feel like this is a very good stopping point. And we seem to have some decent cards so far. Not too shabby, but we can definitely work on them if anything. And we can work on them and so forth. Leshy there. By the way, this is the room you're mostly in the base game. You know, you can just, it's like an escape room. You figure out what's here. You know, there's a wolf here and stuff, you know. You can change the music now and then, but, you know, clock is usually, you know, just base game stuff, but you can't really interact very much with those anymore since it's the mod. But I'm gonna leave this off here, so you know, if anything, I'll catch you on the next video, and so on and so forth. Bye, everyone!